It's been an interesting week for Celtic. As fans and pundits around have made it out, we are in dire straits with regards to the result at the weekend. I, like most of you, am very disappointed, but it certainly isn't time for panic stations just yet. In today's video, we will discuss some transfer news, as it has been reported that we could be closing in on another signing as talks have begun. But not only that, we'll also go over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. In a surprising turn of events, Celtic's Japanese midfielder Hatate has reportedly rejected a contract extension offer from the club. According to Sun Sport, Hatate has not backed the opportunity to extend his stay beyond his current deal, which is in place until 2026. This news will come as a shock to Celtic fans, especially after the club's successful summer, where they managed to secure both long-term deals for Kyogo and Maeda. The Hoops were hopeful that Hatate would follow suit and re-sign with the club, solidifying the Japanese connection that has been flourishing since Ange Postecoglou brought them in from the J-League. Whilst there's no direct speculation, there's a belief among Celtic fans that Postecoglou, who moved to Tottenham Hotspur and was the man who signed Hatate for Celtic, could come in for Hatate over the next 6 to 12 months. This connection between the player and the former manager could be a factor in Hatate's decision, though this remains pure conjecture at this point. Hatate's current situation is further complicated by his recent injury. He limped off against Aberdeen on matchday 2 of the SPFL, leaving fans concerned about his immediate future with the club. His recovery will be closely monitored, and his absence on the pitch has already been felt. Despite the rejection, Celtic and Brendan Rodgers still hold all the cards. With 3 years left on the Celtic Stars deal, the club have ample time to negotiate and find common ground with Hatate. While Celtic could still convince Hatate to stay, they can demand a huge fee for him in the next 12 months should they decide to part ways. The management will surely be keen to secure his future, given his importance to the team and the vision of the club. Hatate's rejection of the contract extension is undoubtedly a blow to Celtic, but it's far from closed. A 1-0 loss to Kilmarnock in the second round of the Viaplay Cup was not on the schedule for Celtic at the beginning of the 2023-24 season. Derek McInnes' men, however, endured up a deserved cup victory on Sunday to dump the holders out early doors. There have been a wealth of reaction to the match from a Celtic point of view, and the overall consensus is that the Hoops will need more quality in the team. Former gaffer Neil Lennon believes this too. The 52-year-old thinks there will be a few arrivals between now and the end of the window, and that the boys need to improve upon their 2022-23 Champions League campaign. He said, "You want to build on that Champions League campaign rather than go the other way. I think Brennan has come in for it and to win the title again. I think you'll see some quality players coming in over the next 10 days. He will demand that from the board." There are clear gaps in the Celtic squad that currently need to be filled. Between now and the end of the window, Brendan Rodgers will be eager to get more bodies through the door. For the sake of the league and the Champions League campaigns, the Hoops need some additions, but at the same time, 8 of 11 players who started on Sunday were treble winners last season. The team is chock full of talent, but 1 or 2 arrivals could further bolster the side. In the wake of Jota's departure, Celtic are urgently scouting for his replacement before the transfer window closes. According to a reputable Italian journalist, Rudy Galletti, Celtic have opened negotiations with Wolves over a potential deal for Daniel Podence. Galletti has been closely following the situation and understands that Celtic are keen to win the race for Podence, who has found himself out of new Wolves head coach Gary O'Neill's plans. Speaking exclusively to Give Me Sport, Gallatto stated, "Celtic are today interested in Daniel Podence. The Scottish club are monitoring with attention, and it is not a simple situation at Wolves. The interest from the Glasgow Giants is undoubtedly significant, and discussions are ongoing. However, there are challenges to overcome, especially concerning the price. Wolves has set Podence's price tag at around £12 million, a figure that Celtic is trying to negotiate down. There's just no way the club will put that much money down on one player. He has just 1 year remaining on his current contract and has not been included in the Wolves squad against Manchester United or Brighton and Hove Albion." Galletti continued, "Celtic and Wolves are now in talks, testing the waters in negotiations. The price tag set by Wolves is around £12 million, but Celtic are using his position on the sidelines to try and lower his price. With Podence's lack of game time and his contract expiring in a year, Celtic seem to have a bargaining advantage. From a Celtic point of view, Podence's addition could provide the vital spark needed in the attacking lineup, ensuring they can kick on over the next few weeks. While negotiations are still in the early stages, Celtic's interest in Podence reflects the club's ambition to strengthen. The coming days will be crucial in determining whether the Scottish champions can secure a deal that aligns with their financial expectations. Celtic fans will surely be keeping their fingers crossed that a favourable agreement can be reached, bringing Podence's skill and flair to Celtic Park. A goalkeeper has been long mentioned as a position Celtic should seek to strengthen this summer. No one has been brought in between the sticks as of yet, but that doesn't mean players haven't been linked. Dominik Livkovic has been one of the most consistently named keepers to be mentioned as a potential signing for the boys this summer. However, the Croatian number 1 is now on the cusp of joining Turkish side Fenerbahce. According to a reliable transfer journalist, Isaac Ante Susik, on Twitter, the deal has been done for Livkovic to join the 19-time Turkish champions. He will travel on Wednesday to complete the transfer, and the 28-year-old is set to sign a long-term deal. It should be noted that the journalist who's breaking the story is greatly reliable when it comes to Croatian players. He was accurate throughout the Josip Juranovic move to Celtic, so there will undoubtedly be substance to this. Albeit the news of missing out on Livkovic will be vastly disappointing for Hoops fans, several other keepers are available on the market. Celtic need to get a groove on though, with Sunday's defeat to Kilmarnock only further proving the need for quality first-team additions. Many Tottenham Hotspur fans are not the most enthusiastic when they heard that the club was appointing Ange Postecoglou as its new manager. Coming from Celtic, the Australian gaffer had a proven track record of success though. And with a recent win over Manchester United, Postecoglou seems to have won over most of the Spurs' support. Many English pundits seem to have seen the light regarding the 56-year-old as well, with former Manchester City defender Micah Richards admitting this. Indeed, Richards praised Chris Sutton for warning the Premier League out Postecoglou a few years ago. He said, "Chris, I'm going to give you your pat on the back because you told us about Ange about 2.5 years ago, and you said why is someone in the Premier League not looking at him, and you got a frosty reception, not from me, of course." Sutton's words have most certainly come to fruition, and Richards even went on to praise Postecoglou's style of play. "I think he is brilliant. Everything that you said has come to light. This is what the Tottenham fans wanted, really attacking football, long may it continue." Thus far, Postecoglou has proved a major hit down south. Few Celtic fans would have expected otherwise. Ange has finally made a mark in the Premier League. Celtic fans, what do you make of Hatate reportedly rejecting a contract, and do you think we should sign Podence? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Remember, we have released our brand new Celtic t-shirts. We have our Brendan Rodgers Pope t-shirt and our Celtic Ultra t-shirts too. You can find them at celticapparel.com or just go down to the link in the description. Thank you, take care, bye bye.